Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. You're flying with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot, or so I told them. I had to fill an empty spot, so play along. It's still a leash, though.
H2, missile launch. Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. They're way overhead.
Our fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
That's a miss.
Rifle 3 engaging. Hold them on.
Missile away.
Target
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. We got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. On his tail.
They have me spiked. Missile fired. Evade it.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Locked. Fox 3.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. But you still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs? I can't tell them apart.
I'm spiked! Missile evading! Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. I'd call that mission accomplished. We've still got half our baggage. Emptying them on hangars and runways.
Don't let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
Fox 3.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload.
Evade!
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Bandit has a lock on me.
Ammunition 0.
Miss. That's a miss.
Column 1, box 2.
Behind target and ready to attack.
I got one sticking to my back. Evading missile.
The enemy has a lock on you, Mage 2.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile hit.
Locked on target.
Missile launched.
Locked on target.
Damn, I'm spiked.
Blake! Bandit acquired. Lock on.
Stall warning.
Damn, I'm spiked.
Behind target and ready to attack.
Ammunition 0.
Fox 2. Mage 2 enemy has a lock on you.
That's a miss.
Missile launched. Target is hit. Locked. One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones? What's the deal with all the drones? Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
I am Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Gollum Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and Mage 1. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Usian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Ocean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oceans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oceans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Ocean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Engage squadron. Sortie, ASAP.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Intersect! Fire the AA! Flee our vehicle out of there!
The enemy's barely resisting. This is easy money, so grab it while you can.
It's an air raid! Being attacked by enemy aircraft!
We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
The radar vehicles are under fire! Can we move them? Caution, hostile at the radar lock.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
The anti-air radar vehicle's been destroyed! They're going for the radar car!
They got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Caution. Pull up.
Range 2, locked.
Missile.
Missile! Evade!
Missile.
We don't have any anti-air weaponry in place yet. We can't put up a decent fight.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Shit. Where are the damn interceptors?
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Targeted range of guns.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
What the hell do you mean the nearest airbase hasn't got any fighters?
You're being locked onto. Missile launched. Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
Missile.
H2! There's a missile after you!
Where's our support? If we don't get some fighters soon, the whole base is gone!
Caution. Pull up.
Requesting permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now!
Caution. Pull up.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll go. Here they come.
Caution.
Take them down.
Caution.
Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
Caution.
The enemy has a lock on you, H2. 2 targets remaining.
radar was just about to go online.
We pushed the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
The enemy has a lock on me.
Golem 1, Fox 2. Bandit is in my sights.
There's 6 enemies, and some are really good.
Behind one. Okay, let's completely blind those bastards.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can. Targeting gun range.
All aircraft. Residential area is below you.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Missile fire, evading. Here's some feedback for those war merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
The enemy's airstrikes are flawless. We're done for! Attack missed. Enemy missile chasing me!
They fly into the clouds.
Careful in those clouds.
APCs have nowhere to hide!
Locked, it's chow time.
Missile headed your way! They evaded. Continuing attack. Enemy has entered clouds. In pursuit. Missile inbound. Breaking.
Clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
We're taking cover in the clouds.
That's a miss.
Aim over clear ground. Enemy on your free. You have to bail out now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Targeting gun range.
Pull the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Ground target destroyed.
Mage 2 enemy has a lock on you. Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
5 targets remaining.
That's a miss.
Caution. Pull up.
Fox 2.
On target 6.
Skull 4 is searching for hostiles in the clouds.
Being locked onto.
Missile.
Attack missed. God damn it, my brother was in that radar unit. Exposing, break.
Wait, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
Evade it.
Missile.
4 targets remaining.
Missile. Missile.
Skull 4, I'm inside the clouds.
H2 locked. Watch out. The enemy has a lock on.
Missile.
Breaking, I need to evade. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Fox 2.
That radar was just about to go online.
That's a miss.
Missile, breaking.
Missile.
Skull 4, Fox 2.
Missile.
H2's in the clouds.
I've got him in my sights. The enemy's traveling a long way, so they're trying to hit us quickly.
Pull up.
Skull 4, behind the enemy.
Missile. Missile.
Evading, continuing attack. Fire anti-air gun, now! Enemy missile chasing me. I might stop it. Aircraft is heavy.
Missile.
Missile! Evade!
They're losing it after their allies on the ground were taken out. I should say I blame them.
Missile, breaking. Fox 2, Fox 2.
H2, they have a lock on you. It didn't connect.
Lock broken by the clouds.
I'm on this one's tail. Good work, Trigger. The enemy's a lovely pile of scrap.
H2, Fox 2. Missile hit. 3 targets remaining. Miss. That's a miss.
Fox 2!
Enemy missile chasing me.
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away! What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Spotted, Cloud. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Column 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones. Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out. It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Column 3,
enemy has a lock on you, Mage 2.
Mage 2, watch the enemy on your 6.
Missile.
I'm on this one's tail.
We're almost out of special weaponry.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell
Enemy
yeah.
behind me.
Gollum Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Ammunition 0.
Special weaponry depleted.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt.
Missile launch.
Attack missed.
You're running out of missiles.
Don't try to read their movements.
Missile.
Missile closing, you better make it.
Missile. 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 Missile.
On target 6.
Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here.
Missile. Missile.
Missed.
Missile.
Missile inbound, evade!
Enemy behind you.
Missile.
Gollum Squadron, surround him. He's mine, he's not getting away.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Column 3, Fox 2.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Gollum 2, the enemy's reading you.
Missile.
Missile, break hard! The enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missile away.
Caution. Alert. Missile. Missile. Missile.
That's a miss.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Break now, missile!
Check your 6.
Missile. 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 Missile.
I've got him in my sights.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Careful in those clouds.
Missile.
Missile incoming, evade!
Missile. Missile.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Missed.
Missile.
They have a lock on you,
Missile.
shake them!
Missile.
Warning, enemy in your 6.
Missile. Missile.
Mage 2, missile in the air.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Page 2, locked.
Missile.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
Missile.
Box 2.
Missile.
Where'd he go?
Target is down. 1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Behind target and ready to attack.
Didn't connect. Clouds are screwing up the accuracy. The enemy has a lock on you.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
Ammunition 0.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours. The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel II was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new, advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position. 100. Trigger, maintain your current approach. Meters. Excellent work, Trigger.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. Grand 3, leaving out.
It's chow time. grenade a missile. Use chaff and flares.
Missile.
Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Missile away.
Locked on, locked on. Evade pursuit, give me a hand.
Stall warning.
Your rear. Friendly, lost.
4 remaining.
We're getting our asses kicked. Where are our reinforcements? They got me.
3 remaining.
Gargoyle squadron, chase them down.
Missile.
Shaking bandit.
Missile. Missile.
Where'd he go?
H2, bandit on your 6.
Fox 2. Enemy missile detected. Evading. Damn, got away. Eject. We're surrounded. We've got this. We can't recover.
H2,
We
enemy
need
has a lock on you.
reinforcements
Missile.
now.
Missile.
Show up on the radar.
Bandits are in the clouds.
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
Is the enemy command insane? Why aren't they pulling out?
H2 locked. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Woohoo!
I haven't even broken a sweat.
Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! Large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Missile. Missile.
UAV's closing.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skykeeper, this is Skeleton 1. What do we do about that monster?
Missile.
We're just waiting for mission command.
Missile.
Break, now!
Missile.
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're
Missile.
agile. And there's too many of them.
Missile.
These guys won't go down easy.
Missile.
I can't get a read on these cannons. They're dodging everything I throw at them.
Missile.
All aircraft, no change in
Missile.
game plan.
Missile.
Destroy the Arsenal bird.
Missile.
Oh, but just that thing?
Missile.
God help us.
Missile.
It's hard enough just keeping up with the drones.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on here?
Mage 1, get your head out of your ass, man. Stop arguing with the damn drone.
These bandits are fast as hell.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Mage 2, they have a lock on you.
Skeleton 1, just wait. Got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Bad enough just trying to dodge him.
This is Golem 3, Golem 2's hit!
Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
Missile.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Hey! Controls are out! I'm breaking it off!
Skeleton 2 lost.
Shit! We got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. They noticed earlier, more of us would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
Wilco, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Missile! Missile! Enemy on my tail! This is getting a little tight.
Launched.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy.
Retreating aircraft, leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe. Mage 2, UAV down.
This is where we lost.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Hostile has a lock.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative.
This is Gargoyle 1, leaving Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandit. SU-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile!
He's fast. It's like he's...
Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run. Got one in my sights.
Fox 2. Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
Lockdown hostile.
Mage 2, locked.
Yowza!
UAV down.
That's it, baby. Come to Poppy.
Golem and Mage Squadron, help us!
Mage 2,
Get
target
those
down.
UAVs off of friends.
Red Golem and Mage Squadron handle it. They'll pull through.
Get your asses out. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth grade aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is not good. Brownie, break off.
I'm still stocked up. Bring them on.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Bandit is
2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brony?
Afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry. All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Maid Squadron, withdraw.
H2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to runway. Mage 2, lower speed. Mage 2, lower nose. You're too high. 1,500 to runway. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Good work, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
The carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious...
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many Gs he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Erusia's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot who will head up this strategy is you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Situation normal. No change. RTV, going home.
Mage 2's in the clouds. Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them.
I think.
Situation normal. Nothing sighted. Situation report. Something's happening. Nothing to report here. Everything's quiet.
You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger.
Are we under attack? No change.
Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
We're on high alert. Send up interceptors on the double. We're watching. It's probably just a bug. What's happening? Give us orders. Increasing alert. Watching radar.
Mage 2, the enemy detected your movement. Abort mission.
Enemy radar presence confirmed. Requesting response.